What if your AI agent could get smarter while it sleeps? Not through retraining, not through fine-tuning, not because a developer updated its prompt, but because it spent the downtime between sessions reviewing its own history, finding what worked, discarding what didn't, and reorganizing its memory automatically. That's exactly what Anthropic has built with Claude Dreaming. And in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how it works, why it matters, and what it means for anyone building or deploying AI agents. Welcome back. Let's get into it. AI agents forget things. That's not a marketing flaw. It's a fundamental property of how large language models work. Each session starts fresh, with no awareness of what happened before unless you explicitly feed that context back in. For a simple chatbot, that's fine. For autonomous agents running complex multi-step workflows day after day, it's a real problem. Here's what happens in practice without any memory maintenance. The agent repeats the same mistakes across sessions. It rediscovers workarounds for bugs that were already fixed. It has user preferences stored from 6 months ago sitting right next to contradicting ones from last week, and it doesn't know which to trust. And here's the subtle thing. Even if you do have a memory store, over hundreds of sessions, it just accumulates noise, duplicates, contradictions, stale entries. The store gets bigger, but not more useful. Claude Dreaming is Anthropic's solution to that maintenance problem, and the name is completely intentional. It's based on how biological brains actually work. The name Dreaming isn't just branding, it's a direct reference to how biological memory consolidation works. During REM sleep, the human brain replays recent experiences, reinforces patterns that proved useful, and prunes connections that aren't worth keeping. You don't consciously direct this. It runs automatically while you're offline. And it's why a good night's sleep genuinely improves memory retention and skill performance. Claude Dreaming applies that same structural logic to AI agents. When sessions end, instead of just letting the memory store sit there accumulating whatever was written during the session, the system triggers a consolidation pass. And here's the key thing to understand about what consolidation means in this context. The agent is not learning new things during dreaming. It's reorganizing what it already knows, deciding which observations are durable versus one-offs, which patterns generalize, what can be safely removed. That distinction matters a lot for how you think about this feature. To understand where dreaming fits, you need to understand Claude's full memory architecture. Anthropic describes 4 distinct layers. Layer 1. In-context memory. What's in the current context window right now? Fast and precise, but white at the end of every session. Layer 2. External memory. Information stored in databases, files, or retrieval systems outside the model, retrieved on demand. This is where most agent frameworks operate, and this is the layer that Dreaming maintains. Layer 3. In-weights memory. Knowledge baked into the model through training. The stuff Claude just knows, history, science, coding patterns, can't be updated at runtime. Dreaming doesn't touch this. Layer 4. Cache memory. Saved computation states that allow faster retrieval of previously processed content. Most agent memory systems are just Layer 2, a database you write to and read from. What's missing is maintenance. What Claude Dreaming adds is that maintenance layer, a process that periodically audits what's in external memory, removes what's low value, and surfaces what's high value. Think of the difference between a filing cabinet and a well-organized archive. Both hold the same information, only one is actually useful when you need to find something fast. Let me walk through the actual technical pipeline. There are 4 steps. Step 1. Session log collection. After each agent session, structured logs are preserved, not just the conversation, metadata too, task outcomes, corrections the user made, tool calls that failed, which memory entries were retrieved and actually used versus ignored. Step 2. Pattern detection. The consolidation process analyzes these logs across multiple sessions. You can feed it between 1 and 100 past sessions at a time. It's looking for statistical patterns, things that happened more than once, corrections that cluster around specific task types, memory entries that were retrieved frequently versus never. Step 3. Memory restructuring. Based on pattern detection, the system generates proposed updates, new entries for patterns that emerged across sessions, updates to existing entries where newer information is more accurate, deletions for entries that proved consistently unhelpful or contradictory, and promotions that elevate frequently useful entries to more accessible retrieval positions. And step 4, and this is an important design decision, the output is a completely separate new memory store. The original input store is never modified. You can review the output, compare it to the original, and decide whether to use it or discard it entirely. On the code side, you create a dream by passing in a memory store and an array of session IDs. You can optionally pass instructions to steer what the pipeline focuses on. Then you pull the dream ID until status reaches completed. Dreams are asynchronous jobs, so they have a defined lifecycle with 5 possible states. Pending, the dream was created and is in the queue. Running, the pipeline is actively processing your sessions. You can stream the underlying session events to watch it work in real time. Completed, it's done. The output store is fully populated and ready to use. Failed, something went wrong. The output store has whatever was written before the failure and you can inspect it. Canceled, you stopped it manually. A few practical limits worth knowing. You can pass up to 100 sessions per dream. Instructions can be up to 4,096 characters. Currently, the supported models are Claude Opus 4.8, Claude Opus 4.7, and Claude Sonnet 4.6. Anthropic recommends starting with a small batch of sessions and scaling up once you're happy with the quality of the output. Billing is at standard API token rates for whatever model you pick. Usage on the Dream resource reports the exact token counts, and cost scales roughly linearly with the number and length of sessions you pass in, so be deliberate about what you include. What specifically does a Dream find when it processes your session history? There are 4 categories. First, recurring errors, tasks the agent consistently got wrong or had to be corrected on across multiple sessions. These become explicit cautionary entries in memory, so the agent starts the next session already knowing what to avoid. Second, successful strategies, approaches that worked well repeatedly. These get retained and promoted for easier retrieval. The agent doesn't have to rediscover good solutions from scratch. Third, stale or outdated information, memory entries that no longer reflect current reality, preferences that changed, bugs that got fixed, old instructions that have been superseded. The pipeline removes these rather than letting them silently mislead future sessions. Fourth, generalizable patterns. This is arguably the most interesting category. Specific observations that point to broader principles. If across 8 sessions the user always shortens your bullet point lists, the Dream surfaces user prefers concise bullet points as a standing preference rather than just storing 8 individual correction logs. The example I like is this. You have 2 contradicting memory entries, one from 6 months ago saying a user wants short summaries, one from last week saying they want detailed reports. Without Dreaming, both sit in your store. With Dreaming, the pipeline identifies the contradiction, keeps the recent one, and removes the outdated entry automatically. Single-agent dreaming is useful. Multi-agent dreaming is where this gets genuinely interesting. In a multi-agent architecture, which is how most serious production deployments work, you have an orchestrator agent coordinating a set of sub-agents. Each handles different task types: research, writing, code review, customer communication. Each of those agents builds its own experience over time. But here's what's powerful. Dreaming can synthesize learnings across the entire network. When 5 different sub-agents each encounter the same type of problem and develop their own resolution strategies, a Dreaming pass can combine those separate learnings into a unified memory entry accessible to all agents in the system. This mirrors how high-performing human teams actually work. Individual team members learn from their own experience, but the team as a whole benefits when that learning gets documented, synthesized, and shared. Not just Alice figured something out, but here's what our team now knows about this problem type. The compounding effect here is significant. An agent network that's been running for months with active dreaming should genuinely outperform a fresh deployment on your specific tasks, not because the model changed, but because the collective operational experience has been curated into high-quality shared context. It's worth being precise about the limits here because this feature is easy to overstate. First and most important, dreaming does not update model weights. The underlying Claude model is not being fine-tuned. What improves is the agent's external memory, what it knows about your specific context, preferences, and task patterns. The base model stays exactly the same. Second, it's not real-time learning. Dreaming is a batch process that runs between sessions. The agent doesn't update its memory based on what's happening in the current conversation. That consolidation happens after the session ends. Third, it doesn't enable autonomous goal setting. Dreaming restructures memory to improve performance on existing tasks. The agent doesn't use dreaming to set new objectives or change what it's trying to accomplish. Human-defined goals remain human-defined. And two practical limits. You need enough session history for its work. Pattern detection needs signal. 2 sessions doesn't give the pipeline enough to work with. And there's a risk of drift. If consolidation gets a generalization wrong, that incorrect memory can persist across future sessions. For sensitive deployments, Anthropic supports configurable human review before memory updates are committed. Let me put Claude Dreaming in the broader context because I think this is the most important frame for understanding why it matters. The dominant mental model for AI agents has been prompt plus model equals output. Build a good prompt, pick a powerful model, and you've done your job. Your ceiling is set by the model's capability. Dreaming represents a shift toward a different model. Prompt plus model plus accumulated operational experience equals output. And that third variable matters more the longer an agent runs on domain-specific tasks. A less capable base model with excellent, well-maintained domain-specific memory will often outperform a more capable model with no persistent context on the tasks that actually matter for your deployment. And look at where this is heading more broadly. The labs are all approaching this problem. Fine-tuning on deployment data, smarter retrieval indexing, memory consolidation. What's distinctive about dreaming is that it's designed specifically for the between-session period, treating that downtime as a resource for improvement rather than dead time. Dreaming is currently in research preview. You'll need the Dreaming 2026-0421 beta header plus the standard Managed Agents header. You can request access through Anthropic's form. That's Claude Dreaming, a between-session memory consolidation process that reviews past agent logs, identifies what's durable, removes what's stale, and restructures external memory automatically. The neuroscience analogy is real. Biological brains consolidate learning during sleep, offline, without conscious direction. Claude Dreaming applies that same structural logic to AI agents. 3 things I want you to take away from this. 1, it operates on external memory, not model weights. The base model doesn't change. 2, in multi-agent systems, it can synthesize learnings across the entire network, not just individual agents. 3, the benefit compounds over time. The longer your agents run with active dreaming, the more they outperform a fresh deployment on your specific tasks. If you're building agents that run continuously, support queues, research workflows, data pipelines, memory maintenance isn't optional at scale. This is Anthropic's answer to that problem. Like the video if it helped. Subscribe if you want more deep dives on Claude and what's actually happening in agentic AI. And drop a comment. What does your current memory architecture look like and where does it break down? Memory quality is the new model quality, at least for the tasks that actually matter in production. See you in the next one.